to the breach, friends. Now, theoretically, this will be the last session. I went and grabbed the scriptures off camera, because you weren't going to miss much by me going to go grab them. We no longer are affected by bats. So everyone's bat friends can be allowed to live. They will no longer harm me. I grabbed these for a very specific reason, as far as the last bits here go. And it'll make sense later. Oh hey, the bitrate didn't fuck around this time. Fantastic. I've also grabbed one more clip of bullets for the pistol, so we have 3 of those for now. I have a plan in mind for how to get everything done. Specifically, I have an order of operations up there on my bar here to keep me on track. I just need to close the one for the scriptures because I took care of that beforehand. Our first order of business is we're gonna go take out Baphomet, because that's the only Guardian we haven't dealt with yet. Mostly because I honestly just keep forgetting. It involves the Twin Labyrinths, and I try not to think about that place. The other Grail point will actually be better for our current purpose. I think the lower path will be fine. Yeah, this should be it. No, that's a one-way door. Just goes to show how long it's been since I've been down in here. Forgetting where the one-way doors are immediately. Just jump over you, it's not worth dealing with you. One more. Now, first order of business is we need to get a little bit of attention here. Ta-da! If I don't catch a chat message immediately, it's because I still have the list of what I need to do open. And I don't have enough monitor space to have all 3 active at the same time. I would need a 3rd monitor for that, because the sizing on all of this just does not play nice. I really should have rewrote this in a more coherent fashion, but it's fine. I now need to go over C, D, E, F, G, H. Okay. It's right next to the Grail point. We're just at, but I need to go the... No, not that Grail point, damn you. The other one. I need to go the other way now. Because we need to shoot flares at both the twin statues. Oh, do I need to hit the dais first? This should have... Oh, there we go. I had to hit the elbow for some reason. Okay, sure. Why not? See, a smarter man would have put this all in one convenient line. Especially since I had the time to do that. I just didn't, because sometimes I'm stupid. Okay, now it's more practical to go up here. Right, I can't actually get there from here, though. Curse you, Twin Labyrinth! Make him go the long way around. Oh, come on now. Oh, I say the long way around. Really, this isn't that much longer. Come on now. That one was my own fault. Yeah, basically everywhere there's a twin statue, there'll be a dais. Which, there's gonna be a lot of things like that happening with what we're doing today, honestly, is interacting with one thing to then interact with its counterpart. Let's see. Okay, one down. Ankh Jewel get. Because that was the important first step to this process, is getting the Ankh Jewel for this area, because we never bothered to get that to begin with. And needing to run all up and down this place to do that was why I kept forgetting to do this. Okay, now we need to do one more slightly awkward thing. And it's also why I did this in the particular order that I did, actually. Because we need to go to that room directly underneath us now. Unfortunately, thanks to the layout of the Twin Labyrinth, my plan did not quite work. Because I think we can't actually go down from here. Annoyingly. I think I do actually have to go to the other warp and go up. Which soils my entire plan. But that is not a surprise. Oh, god damn it. Actually, this is the wrong room anyway. I need to keep going up. I thought I could go up from there and get where I needed to go, but no, it's the Twin Labyrinth. Everything has to be about 8 steps extra. Just like half the places in this game. Why have I done this? Well, I got saved from my own stupidity by this siren, so it's fine. I'm an impenetrable barrier of wit, beyond demons. Okay, so over here. I think we did this already, but I'm just gonna make certain. 1, 2, 3. Come here, you. A 4. Now we don't kill this witch. This one is allowed to live. Fucked up. Okay, now we've done that. Now we need to go to D3 instead, which is the room opposite this. Because, you know, everything's gotta be in opposites around here. Fingers crossed that we can actually get to that room from here, and not have to do a whole rigmarole. Ha 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 ha. I really should know better. This is also why I'm getting this part out of the way first, on top of the fact that this is basically what we need to do. We can't proceed without doing this at this stage of the game. No matter how happy or unhappy that makes me. Nope, that... Well, piss. I could go read that tablet, but at this point it's kind of pointless. So I have to go up and around this room. Wait. No, this is a different witch. Okay. I was like, wait a minute. But it's... This matches the description. Except for the fact that this one's alone. I guess I need to go from the other Grail point and go up? Because I think we've been in that room before. Because I think we ended up in there by accident the one time. Oh, god damn it. Oh yeah, the other thing the scriptures supposedly does is it increases our experience gain. I hate everything right now. Just gonna warp over here to reset the area. I'm reminded yet again why I don't dally with this area if I can help it. I just have to hope that I can go to the left and go up and around, otherwise we're gonna have a whole headache here. Come on now. Okay, good. We can go to the right from here. Yes, we're in position. Okay. One sec, I'm hearing something weird. Somebody's messing around with a motor right outside of some... Whatever's going on doesn't matter. It's not in my line of sight, therefore, it is not my concern right now. Yeah, after all of that, we now eliminate these witches. Which I'm pretty sure we more or less did this when I was trying to activate the platforms because I had my wires crossed a while ago. We just didn't do the final bit of this. Get back here, you. There we go. And now we get rid of her, and the Ankh exists. And behold, the witches are here, and they summon... which we need to defeat. Baphomet. Bonk. 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 Rude. Bonk. Hey, hey, I'm hitting you with a frisbee. Hey. Oh god, the burning. You know what? I deserved that. Okay, let's stop playing around. Phase 2. Where they've got some backup from the witches. Because, you know, clearly they need help from a bunch of rank-and-file witches to defeat this weird man with a whip who's decided to come be a problem. Yep, that sure is fire. I might want to start just using flares, because they won't go to a position I can hit. No, the flares ain't working because they're blocking those. I guess I just need to do better at jumping up here. Problem is, they keep warping away the second I line up a hit on them. We might just get chipped to death here before we can win this fight. Just because I can't get an angle to land a hit. Because every time they go high, I just cannot get at that. At all. And every time I do, that happens. Look, you cut it out. Turn that on as a backup. Though we're probably gonna have to redo this fight just because I cannot, for the life of me, figure that angle out. You know what? Wow, really? 2 shots of pistol. 3. There we go. I didn't want to use the pistol for this, but if they were going to be a pain like that, the options were pistol or shuriken. And I certainly wasn't about to have to do that fight again just because they kept hiding from me. Alright. That's every Guardian in the game. All 8 Guardians have been obliterated. We are nearly done with this mess. Now, dealing with that did a couple important things for us. Specifically, we now can access that door to the Tower of Ruin that I was trying to get into before. Why Baphomet is the key to that, I don't understand, but... More importantly, though, with all 8 Guardians defeated, we have access to one unique location. because if I pull up my grail list, you'll notice something is now suddenly conspicuously absent. Where'd the Shrine of the Mother go? Weird. Out of an interest of explaining what happened quickly, we will head over here. We will not be digging into what happened in detail, but I want to show what exactly our transgressions against the 8 Guardians has led to in the immediate. Because the door I'm taking us to won't actually accomplish anything, but it's the quickest one I know to get to show what happened to the Shrine of the Mother. The true Shrine of the Mother has awakened now. Mother's awake. She ain't happy. So yeah, that's gonna be an issue we're gonna have to unpack here in a little bit. But first and foremost, let's go back here and save, so I don't have to fight Baphomet again. Notice some changes. Everybody up here's aware things ain't quite right. Something's coming. The shopkeepers don't care. They're fine with it. But just take note of the fact that we now have the title screen music here instead of the music we had before. The situation has changed. We have pushed things to the brink of everything now, basically. We need to finish this situation off, or it's going to get complicated. So, with Baphomet dealt with, though, we don't need to worry about that page anymore. Cast that aside. We need to be able to get to that room up there in the Inferno Cavern. But I'm not sure how to... The one thing I'm missing is I still don't know how to get into that area. Like, I'm assuming I have to come down from the surface somewhere. Oh yeah, there's an additional arrow now. Sure enough. That's the entrance to the ruins. Do I go over here to get there? No, because that's where the Tower of the Goddess is, so it must actually be down there by the regular entrance then. I don't remember those lights blinking before. No, this is too far down. Wait, do I move this or something? No. It's like we broke this previously to pick something up. How do I... Hang on, I feel stupid. This is gonna be one stumbling block here because of the fact that I've gotta figure this out. Okay. So, I'm missing something. Because there's meant to be a ladder over there on the right. So there's another condition I'm missing. I think. I don't know if there's just like somebody I need to talk to, something I need to trigger. Because up here is too far. Like, the fact that it's marked on the map makes me feel like I should be able to access it at this point. You see that whole rocky section to my right? That, according to the pictures I'm looking at, should have a ladder. Oh, it's not from the surface necessarily. We have to follow a weird path to get there. It's not an actual surface entrance, it's a tunnel. That's where my confusion was. Okay. So from F1. Oh, right, up there. Okay. The one I kept trying to get to before. So I need to... Well, for one thing, I need to fix my software setup, because my software's all kinds of buggered. need text tracks anymore, really. There we go. Wait, can I access the... No, I can't. Well, I still needed to be able to warp to this side anyways. I needed to go over here. The only other bit of bookkeeping I meant to do but didn't do was boosting the whip's power further. But I'm not going to worry about it at this point. We'll be fine without it. And that might sound like crazy talk, but it'll make sense in a little bit. Well, it'll mostly make sense. Some of it may still elude some people, but just trust me. Okay. Hang on, Discord has a thing going on. Okay. That's fine. Not a Discord thing I need to worry about, just a Discord thing. Getting up here still eludes me. That's high enough up that I would assume it's not a breakable wall. Though maybe it is. Can you use the Magatama tool to go up anymore? No. Okay. Like, I had most of this plotted out and pathed out, except for this little bit here, and apparently this is gonna be where the goddamn sticking point is. I'm just quickly trying to figure out where I've gone awry here. Oh. That's what they meant with that other thing. Okay. So I was right before when I was attacking it. I guess, didn't attack it enough? There it goes. Literally just didn't happen to hit it enough. This is why I needed to check that. Now, you might imagine I need to get him to move a certain distance, because remember, Spriggan's hostility will cease when struck enough again. Come here. One more. He will kindly deactivate you, big bastard. Thank you. Ta-da! Nuwa sleeps in the last pyramid of the Burning Land. A philosopher blocks the path. Well, we've already spoken to all 4 philosophers, so that should be fine. Yeah, this is the problem we were having with getting to the thing on the surface. It's a really big goddamn ladder, though, I've gotta tell you. Well, we can't break that conventionally. It usually means blow it up. Whee! Strange to have a single pot over here, but it's got money in it, so there's that. But now, we're in this part of the Inferno Cavern, full of spikes and swapping platforms. The last jewel lies within blank. The jewel glows red from within the key to the blank. Do I take damage if I... Yep, even with the ladder. Oh, those just hurt constantly, huh? Well, that's not ideal. There we go. Shortcut. Hang on. There's a thing behind you, madam. Do I bomb this as well? That appears to have not worked. Because if it was something the bomb reacted to, it would have done it when it rolled over her head. I'm going to assume that that's something that might need to be done elsewhere. But now we're up here. You know, last pyramid and all that, yeah. Well, that looks important. Let's not quite yet. Well, that too sounded important. Is this a thing I needed to do something with? Because I see writing on the wall here. Aha! The angry snake, Mushushu, the child of Tiamat, is the strongest demon. It stands protected among these 4 pillars: the giant lion, Ugalu, poisonous snake, Ushum, the rabid dog, Irma Shulu, and the storm demon, Umud Abrutu. Awaken the deceased souls in this order: voice, tail, body, and wings. Okay, so that was a hint toward the whole Tiamat thing that we did earlier. Specifically last time. There's something very fast in here. Something hit me. Something hit me. Did I store the information about that? Because we saw something about things that were too fast. But I don't think I saved that information. No, I didn't. Because there was a hint about needing to deal with enemies that were too fast for the eye to see. And we can kind of see them, because if you pay attention, you'll see like a shimmer running around the room. I don't know if this is the room I need to deal with them in or not. I would assume yes. Well, I killed one of them. Unless I hit a spirit and didn't realize it. Of course it passed in front of me right after I stopped swinging. I don't want to get knocked in the hole. Okay, you can hurt them. You can kill them while they're in speed mode. Okay. But, you know, there's an obvious solution to things that are too fast. I don't see any, though. Unless it's... No, because that's part of that light there. Huh. Wait. Oh, wow. The Lamp of Time doesn't stop them, it just slows them. Wow. That's some impressive speed. Oh, that leads us down here. Right. Now, the problem is I'm gonna have to go around again, because mistakes were made in that whole situation. Though, honestly, it's probably for the best that I go around again anyway, considering our injuries. On the bright side, at least we now know how to get there. I have no idea if the Spriggan is still in position or if I have to move him again. I wouldn't be surprised if I have to move him again, but it will be upsetting if I have to move him again. There was also mention of a shortcut, so hang on. The wall at the bottom of the long ladder can be broken from the right to reveal a shortcut. Oh, it's that long ladder, not the other one. I am curious about it, though, so we'll go take a look at that right quick. Though this is probably something we should have interacted with forever ago, if I was going to make any use of it. But I'm curious. Oof. I don't know about this shortcut that the wiki's talking about here. Whatever. Doesn't matter. We need to go back here, through the things. Honestly, if I can get this all done and dusted within an hour, I'll be very happy, because that means we should be very safely able to get the rest of it done without it taking too awful long. Oh, I should recharge the Lamp of Time before I go back up there, actually. just to be on the safe side. So I do wonder if I had actually killed most of them while they were still invisible with my flailing. Considering, you know, they're not perfectly invisible. So, let me tell you, that flailing I was doing was horrendously inefficient. That much I think we can all agree on. It was funny, though. Now, look here, Wizrobe. Nobody loves you. Now back here again. I get the feeling we're gonna repeat this process a couple times because I have no idea how strong this sub-boss I have to deal with over here is. But I have concerns. Then again, I always have concerns. It'll be very good news if I don't have to move Spriggan again. I have to move Spriggan again. Joy. And remember, bats don't hurt me, so I don't need to mess with them. I have a cunning scheme. It's called Jump Over the Idiot's Head. Waste a lot less health this way. Go. Now, admittedly, we're gonna lose a bunch of health getting across the spikes again, unless I actually do the jumping puzzle properly. Which I guess I probably should do, but eh. Like, I feel like this should break open and allow us access here or something. Just for sake of expediting things. But of course not. This is La-mulana. Nothing can be expedited. I can only assume in order to start the jumping puzzle without climbing the ladder into the spikes, you'd have to, like, jump out to the right, hit the wall, and come back. And have that block be out when you get there. Yeah, that's exactly what you do. Oh, those damage you when they come back out, huh? Well, that... You know what? Fuck you. That's what I think of that game. I overjumped. Motherfucker. God damn it. Ah! Why? Why is the timing such a problem with this now? I did it perfectly the first time, and now I can't do it at all. What the hell is going on with it? Am I crazy for thinking that the timing changed? Like, did me running into one of those blocks throw off the timing or something? Or did I just get there at such a weird angle for time that just everything went wrong? I don't understand. Because I feel like I waited the same amount of time I did the first time that worked, and it just didn't. On the bright side, it's not hard to get back to the spike pit, just the spike pit's a pain in the butt. Literally, in this case. You know, this is another perfect example of what I mean, though, about nothing in this goes quickly. There's so many games these days that would give you shortcut upon shortcut to connect all of these dots. So you didn't have to do things this way. And this game does give you a fair amount of shortcuts, as we've seen, just not necessarily the ones you need or want. Especially here at the end of the game. So I'm sure I'm overlooking a shortcut or two, probably. I definitely feel like I'm overlooking one or two. Despite the amount of guidance I have. Come here, idiot. I think we literally were like 1 or 2 hits away from triggering the Spriggan the first time we were here. Which would have uncorked a lot of things for us. Except not at the same time, because we wouldn't have had Baphomet defeated, so we wouldn't have been able to get through the door. But we would at least would have known. And no, you get the hint about Spriggan way before getting there. Like, way, way before. That's definitely something you'd want to write down. Yep, figured. Oh, for fuck's sake. Don't eat my inputs with your goddamn spikes. Okay, why did it take so long that time? There's clearly something I'm fundamentally not understanding with the timing for this. There we go. Same position we were in last time, so warping away was completely pointless. Oh, god damn it, game. I don't know why that didn't open the first time we were here. Son of a bitch. That was inevitable. The one who challenges Nuwa to battle, the one who drives a wedge into the mother as she rests. That thou art the chosen one, we pray. Literally just happened to forget that I had the other thing on. But there we go. Now we've got a shortcut back into here, so it's nowhere near as much of a problem. God, sometimes I just get so frustrated with myself. So, how useful is this shortcut? The answer is not especially, because the grail point for this place ain't there. But it's better, I guess. I just need to figure out what area enters into the Tower of Ruin from the right. And then figure out if that's a better angle. Which, considering the spike path, I would say it probably is a better angle. Oh, is that the Tower of the Goddess entrance? No. Well, maybe? Hang on, I need to look at the layout again. Yeah, no, that would be that spot. Okay, so I just need to go back to the Tower of the Goddess. We know this one's the one in and out of Illusion. So it must be the one down below over here. You know, I've never been chased by money before. Usually I'm the one chasing money. cursor off screen. There we go. I don't know if any of you could see the cursor, but better to make sure it's off screen. So it should be the one down there. Unless it's the tunnel. It might be the goddamn tunnel. No, that's Giants to Moonlight, yeah. Okay. I shouldn't have fallen. God damn it. Oh, thank you. That was actually the first time one of those little buggers was useful. There we go. Now we're here. Now I'm going to get annoyed by lava, but it's fine. Oh my Christ, why? Like, this would be fine, since we don't take much lava damage, if I could just get out of liquid in this game in any kind of reasonable fashion. Like, I've seen other people get out of it easy, so it must be that I'm just bad at it and not understanding something, but I'm still constantly frustrated by it. Yep, you are active. Okay. Hi, Snake Lady. Wait, is your body the hitbox? Madam, what is your hitbox? Oh, it is your head. Okay. Just whenever you're bent sideways like that, you have protection. Okay. Good. Good for you. They really do love their awkward attack angles, don't they? Where they make it annoying to reach your target. But, you know, I get it. They don't want to make it easy. So in the end, it kind of is, as long as I'm willing to sit here and wait. Because she seems to keep going back up to that top spot, and the Angel Shield blocks everything they do, so... It's just a matter of waiting. So I could have done this the first time we were here today, and it wouldn't have been a problem. Though they are shooting a lot now. They are very upset. I also noticed that the room seems to be, like, turning orange a little bit. You gonna come back over here now, or are you gonna stay weird places now? Looks like you're staying weird places. Okay. Oh, you do have other moves. Okay, good for you. You've got, like, weird space ribbon things you can do. Could you, like, come back over here at all? Or are you actually avoiding the player now? They might actually be designed to avoid at this point. There we go. Because, you know, it makes sense that they would be actively avoiding so that they might live. There we go. Now we have the Jed Pillar. The thing we needed so desperately for a while now. And there's still the Invisible Boys being a problem. But I guess I don't need to worry about that? Question mark? Because we already came down here and did this. We already read the thing. We have the Jed Pillar. Which we can chant the mantras here now to do the thing. I just need to swap on mantra exe. And they said the mischievous one was the one that was pure. And they said specifically that there were two that were seductive. This one is presumably seductive. The one that was dancing as well. Their spirits went away to somewhere, so presumably that's correct. And then we cast Birth over here with the other ones. They all went somewhere. I didn't get a shell horn noise, which is mildly concerning, but... It might also be a case of, like, I did it out of order or something. Oh, okay. I had the wrong room for the invisible enemy thing. There's just some of them around other places. So I need to go a different route right quick. I may as well just use the Grail Point because it'll be slightly quicker than where I was. I really gotta stop reflexively killing those bats. I'm so glad I used the Grail Point. Considering that got us an autosave after defeating Nuwa. Because otherwise I would have to go do that fight again, and I would be sad. Okay, you can see the skyfish flying around in here, which is apparently what these things are called. Apparently we just need to kill 2 of them for this to work. Like, I had already figured this out because we knew that there was something invisible flying around and we had a hint about killing enemies that were too fast to see. Which presumably will move all this nonsense inside of my way. I'm gonna go charge the Lamp of Time so we can do this correctly. It's looking like this one isn't gonna play ball with being killed. Which, you know, nor should they, but either way. Oh yeah, and the map I keep not bothering to get, by the way, is literally right where that spike trap we just warped in next to was. I just can't be bothered to get the map here. Because I don't feel like dealing with the spike trap at this point. We may as well go heal while we're warping around as well, because we are very, very nearly dead. And dying would be a grand inconvenience to me right now. But yeah, Jet Pillar in hand, we can go sort out the biggest puzzle in the game, somewhat. Which is specifically collecting the rest of the mantras we need. Which is that the entire purpose that I collected all of those bits of text that I showed you in the Temple of the Sun. Which I'm not going to sit here and map it all out for you all right now. I've already more or less done that, and I've verified it with the guide as well. To save us on time, considering I was limiting myself as far as I'm getting this done today. I know that's less fun. You guys probably wanted to see how I map it all out, but I'll explain it as we go. Oh, for the most part. Just to make sure that you guys understand how this was all achieved. Just herring around trying to get to every single correct spot perfectly on the fly was going to turn into a whole ball ache. So just trust me when I say it's better for us all if I do it that way. And annoyingly, I was like 2 experience away, which I knew, but I didn't want to gamble on it. At the rate today is gone. Okay. I probably shouldn't have jumped down here. Let's get out of the room, go back up, and do it from the top. Just in case they're in both areas. There's one. Oh, but the other... Oh! They suckered me. They goddamn suckered me. This is going to be annoying, isn't it? This is going to be very annoying. Because they enter the screen after you use it. Because with how fast they move, I can't think of any way where I can predictably have them be there when I use it. And considering they've taken the same amount of time to enter the screen both times after I've used it, I suspect it's not, maybe not necessarily scripted to happen that way, but I feel like it at the very least is like almost guaranteed to happen that way. Now that might just be confirmation bias. I'm willing to accept that, but it's proven to be enough of a problem that it's still an issue. So if I just hang out here... Now they seem to be on different paths, though. And of course they're all down there this time. And I hesitated to jump down because, like, what if I miss those two and then have to do it again? Instead, staying frozen and now having to do it all again anyway. Isn't this such a fun puzzle? Like, I like the idea of it. Like, the idea of enemies so fast that you have to stop time for them to even slow down is interesting. But I feel like the execution on this could have used a little bit of work. And what I find interesting is when I double-checked my thoughts with the guide, they are described as unmoving in both guides, which is clearly a lie. They are very much in motion. There we go. And of course, on the successful time, I got 3 of them. You cheeky bastard. That would have killed me, and it would have been awful. I mean, I can't get there from here, because, God forbid, you'll be able to walk 1 screen to the right from the Grail point. Why am I here? The answer is, I don't know. I don't need to be here. I need to be here. Then again, one blue place I don't like is as much the same as the other. And reminder, the option to tell me short games to play to finish before the end of the month is still open. That option remains open until the month is over. Like, even on the last day of the month, if I'm going to end up being live, then by all means. Ideally, like, retro games and things that I won't have to purchase, because as we all know, I am a poor bastard, but... And it looks like we did this right. Considering there's medicine pouring. I'm going to assume that's correct. Now, you may not understand what I need that for, but just trust me, we're going to need that later. That's going to be a vital linchpin to finishing this whole thing off. Ah, there. Ah. Okay. Just announcements about other people's things. Which, that's good information, but not information I will be discussing actively right now. So, that takes care of the medicine, so I don't need to worry about that place right now anymore. We got the Jed Pillar, so I can close that page. Like, the framework I've left myself, we're pretty close to having this sorted out. Okay, and these appear in order. I just need to go there and do the wedge part of it now. Because if you remember, we scanned a mantra tablet here after the 8-dimensional corridor adventure. Now... if I'm correct, this should be the spot that I need to chant Marduk. Bingo! When you have it right, you'll know it because one of these type of things will appear. So now we gotta go to where the next mantra tablet will be. Now, to explain the logic behind this, though, I will pull up my text. First mantra is in the corridor, the entrance to the never-ending corridor. The corridor, of course, is the endless corridor. The logic behind the positioning for these is based on where those crosses are. The blue diamond you see down there. There's a position relative to those that you must always find in order to find the wedge after finding the tablet. My brain's kind of falling apart a little bit, so I'm going to give you a better description based on what it says here. The location of each wedge in the front side field corresponds to where its mantra must be chanted in the back side, based on direction and distance from the compass points on those levels. Which, the manual actually describes these as well, because that's how you end up getting, like, a perfect square map out of these, because you have to skip over gaps in the map to make these counts work. Repeating the same steps on the modified map of the backside will show you where the wedge point is. Because it's based on compass to boss room. More or less. And when I did measurements of that and compared it to what the guide says, my measurements matched. So, at the very least, it's good enough that it works. It might be a case of right answer, wrong formula, but at the very least the formula worked. So I'm not going to worry about it. So now, we have to go on over to my favorite place in the whole wide world, Twin Labyrinth. And we need to go to the lower end of things. A, B, C, D, E. So I actually just need to be down there. Now, assuming this went correctly, there should be a tablet around on the next screen. There it is. So yes, so far we're on the right track. Now, the explanation on this one: at the foot of the twins, at the tip of the feet that connect the two. That, of course, doesn't entirely make sense, but understand it's fine. Chant these words, Baphomet's feast, to which the witches flock, the name of the place where the summoned demon shall return, Sabbat. We now have the mantra Sabbat. But yeah, the feet of the twins refers to the bottom of the map, which is why this is just down here. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. Should be the correct room, I think. If I've counted right. If not, nothing will happen. Oh wait, I have the wrong mantra equipped. There we go. So that's the Twin Labyrinth one done. Now, next in order is the third mantra, the path leading outside, at the side of Hell's Gatekeeper. Now that one's a little bit more unclear. At least at first glance. And that one I actually did get a little help about. And we're also gonna have to do a little bit more work for the rest of these wedges, because these first two were in weird places that don't actually technically have a backside, because the Endless Corridor is its own backside, because the Dimensional Corridor was the front side, and they were flipped by Tiamat to throw people off. And of course, the Twin Labyrinth is its own front and back combined, which is why we needed to do one on the left, one on the right. So it's still accounted for front side, back side. But our next port of call is the Chamber of Extinction. Which, you can kind of logic the Hell's Gatekeeper thing a little bit by the fact that this is where everything goes to die. So the path to hell would be here. But I believe there's also a label on the room in particular that ends up making it make sense. I just don't remember it off the top of my head. D1 is up top, actually. So I need to use the Chamber of Birth door to get there. Which is actually going to be kind of helpful, because since the Chamber of Extinction is the front side, the wedge is going to be over in the Chamber of Birth anyway. Which I will say, a lot of these mantras and wedges are pretty easy to get to, and they're honestly in pretty reasonable positions relative to each other. It's meant to be places where they match up, more or less. Like, in some cases, it's not a perfect match, I don't think, but it's very close. due to the nature of the front and back sides of these places being different, that's why you need that squared off map and the compass as the verification. So we're currently in C1, we need to go here, which is D1. Which is why this room exists. Chant these words, the name of the one with no name. The name of the one who soars to the skies. The great one with no name, Mu. Remember, we heard that name before, and we heard Mu as referred to as the one with no name before. And I believe Mu was referred to in some relation to Hell as well. Approach to the sanctuary kind of fits. Yeah, I think this whole line is technically approach to the sanctuary, though. But more importantly, it's back to the Chamber of Birth to do the thing. Let's piss this brigand off and get up there that way. Actually, wait, I don't need to. Use your head by using his head, ding ding. Because that brings us to... Actually, I think exactly the room I need to be in, isn't it? Because that's definitely 2, and that's A, B, C, D. So yeah, this is D2. Use Mu in D2. Ta-da! Like I said, some of these are very easy. And some of them are a little complicated. Okay, this is where I'm gonna have a slight complication, because I need to go break that statue that I was looking at suspiciously before, and forgot to do. The bright side is we can cheat the system a little bit on that one positioning-wise. Because we can get to where the Lamia statue is without dealing with the spikes. We just need to go here and climb that ladder we made. And that will save us time, frustration, and pain. Of course, the logic for this one. The fourth mantra is inside the giant, she who stands in the land of Inferno. Land of Inferno is obviously the Inferno Cavern. Pretty obvious on that one. We'll get into what it means by inside the giant when we get over there. Because it will all make sense. So, even from here, you can already logic out 2 things with that sentence. Specifically, it mentions she. There's only 2 she's in the Inferno Cavern at all. Specifically 2 statues. The big one that we saw at the entrance of the Inferno Cavern, and the little one we saw just recently over by the spike path. So, you know, it kind of stands to reason that one of those 2 would be the answer. Am I really gonna keep getting hit by these things every time? Aha. You missed me that time, jerks. Yeah, because the statue's breakable now, which reveals a dais, which clunked something. The Lamia statue will then vanish, which is the woman in the background there. So we just need to leave and come back. Or at least I thought that's how that was going to work. Huh. Am I looking at the right Lamia? Next time you enter F2. Oh, it's the other one. Yeah. The one I was just talking about because, you know, clearly I'm listening to my own goddamn statement here. Sometimes my brain works in mysterious ways. And by mysterious, I mean even I don't understand it. I believe this one might actually be one of the ones you have to put in the most work to make happen, that you haven't already done in advance of this. And it's not even that much considering, you know, we just have to put one statue in its place. Hindsight being 2020, I could have just went from the Temple of the Sun to get here, but it's fine. Ta-da! Chant these words, the name of the hideous demon that lurks in the land. The hideous demon whose eyelids droop to the ground. V. You'll also notice that those crosses are glowing now. That's what's supposed to tell you that those are important toward this whole process. That's just a big ol' hint sign right there. So now we go back over to the Tower of Ruin in the location relatively close to where this was. Which I need to enter from somewhere else to get there, yet again. And this is one of the ones that is literally the exact same spot. Is basically the only reason some of these end up not being in the exact same tile label is because of the layout of the area, basically. So sometimes you have to fudge the numbers a little bit just to square it off and make them line up. Just to layman's terms, that situation, for anybody who didn't figure it out when I was talking about it before. I fucked up. God damn it. Oh. Everything's fine. Just means a little bit more walking. Which is fine. Everything's fine. I'm not angry. Not at all. Nope. Not me. I don't get angry. We all know this. Yeah, we can scan this thing now. This, I believe, is the hint towards the small snake statue. A lone snake stands among spikes. It is the snake that protects enchanted words. Protects the enchanted words hidden by the giants. You can see where the logic on that lines up. Yeah, just one room away from here is our prize. This should be F2. Unless I've miscounted, which wouldn't surprise me. In which case, we just move over a room and do it again. I've miscounted this time. Okay. Is it this one? Yeah! I was just off by one, because this one's longer than the other one is. So it's not 100% positionally the same, but it is F2 in both rooms. And we can actually just turn around and go back where we just were. So... yeah, no, actually that works nicely. We'll go back. Because the fifth mantra is below the goddess, at the foot of the goddess staring at the collapsed tower. I mean, there's 2 words in there that should already tell you where we're going. No points for subtlety on that one. And we're actually not far from where we need to be by being here. I just need to do a quick count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think we just need to be 1 room down. Yep, there it is. It's a little hard to see with the light on it, but it's here. Chant these words, the name of the turbulent seas of that land, the name of the deep dark sea where Bahamut lives. Ar. Now, from here we go. And this is another weird one, to a degree. Because this is one where we're not actually going anywhere else either. We're already where we need to be, we just need to be in a different room in here. So I'm gonna just warp up to save us some time. And then head on back down. Wait. I think it's that one. God damn it. Is A, B, C, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. Bingo! So yeah, the scales room has one further purpose, as you see now. And the funny thing is, knowing the names of each of these mantras would actually also completely give most of them away as well. So if you needed a way to work backwards as far as which area you needed to be in, it would mostly work. For example, Barun's a little bit of a weird one, because you don't have a direct line connecting that. V, of course, would be in the Inferno Cavern, because that's where V is. Mu, we had an explanation of what Mu was. Sabat kinda is a little weird. I think that is actually a real word that means something relating to what it was talking about. So you could probably reason that one out if you knew that information. And the ones coming up now are the ones that are very obvious as to where they belong. But first, let me explain how we came to this one. Wait, I have 5th and then 7th. Oh yeah, this is the other way you know what order to grab. This is actually the way you know what order to grab them in. Tiamat, Baphomet, Palenque, V, Bahamut, Elmac, Sakit, and Amphisbaena. The Bahamut one's a little weird because we went to the Tower of the Goddess to do the Bahamut one, instead of going to the spring in the sky. But if you remember, the spring in the sky was to make water for the Tower of the Goddess. So the two kind of connect in that regard. Elmac, of course, is our next one in line, and he is the guardian of the Temple of the Sun. So we can reason from there that we need to go to the Temple of the Sun. So literally all we'd have to do is just wander around here and look for it. But I know where I'm going. This is right there. Now, getting back to that room is going to take a hot minute because I forget how we got there. Like, that's going to be the one awkward thing, is getting back into that room. Because as you can see, we got a bunch of rooms that go around it, but not anything that goes in there directly. So, give me a second to figure out how to get in there again. Okay, yeah, I didn't end up actually missing a tablet either. That one is supposed to be missing, considering even the guide doesn't have that one's tablet listed. So you are meant to reason out the fact that there's one in the Temple of the Sun. And of course, it would be a logical place to check to come look where the tablets were. Especially if you came to the realization, like, hey, I think I'm missing a tablet. So you'd go over there and look, and lo and behold, there it is. I'm just trying to find a thing saying how I got into that room. I'm not seeing any direct indication of how to get in there, so I'm gonna have to just refigure this one out, so just bear with me a moment. I know it's a weird path that gets me in there. It would be safe to assume it's another one of those cases where the place wraps around. In fact, I think it was actually behind this thing that we got to that. Yeah. Is the broken wall. Right. Okay. Chant these words, those eyes that gaze upon the truth. The name of the all-seeing eyes that grant divine protection. Would ya? which it being tangentially related to an Egyptian word. I don't remember if it's spelled the same, so I'm not going to say it's the same word, but it's very close to something relating to Egyptian and things, and this is an Egyptian-themed level, so that's where you would draw the conclusion with just the name of the mantra. I'm explaining that one poorly. Just bear with me that is a correct statement. So now it's off to the Temple of the Moon. Which is finally gonna bite me in the ass that I don't have the map for it. So I guess we should go ahead and grab it, shouldn't we? I'm pretty sure you could outrun that, but it's more fun for me to just warp away and laugh at it. Ta-da! Temple of the Moonlight map. And that's all the maps. Because I just literally never bothered to grab that map. So that's why we never had all the maps. I need to go over there. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Basically, we're going down to that pink square. Or down to the bottom right. So actually, in theory, I should take the door from the Temple of the Sun to get there conveniently, but it's also not hard to get there, so I'm not going to worry about it. Considering, you know, we're at the door already. Yeehaw! I said, yeehaw! Whee! Apparently I've calculated incorrectly. Where did my count go wrong? It should be a D6. D is 4 over. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I have the mantra. Oh, wait. Duh. This is where I recite it, not where I find something. Bear with me. Sometimes brain just goes der. Okay. Next, we're off to the Graveyard of the Giants. Which is another one that's a little weird, because you'd think you'd want to go to the Mausoleum of the Giants to get the mantra. Because the mantras are meant to be in the front sides. But being guided here. The 7th mantra is by the spike, atop the 5 mysterious floors. This one made no sense to me. This one I actually looked up. Because that's not a lot to go by. Maybe it'll make sense when we're in the room. Or it means to say the Mausoleum of the Giants and it says Graveyard, because I can think of places where there'd be a spike in the Mausoleum of the Giants? I don't know. We'll figure this one out when we get to it. This one I think is a little weird. It's also a hell of a thing that we are coming back here again on this same path for the I've lost count time. Wait, we have to go up there? Can I get there from over here? Yeah. I mean, there's the spike, I guess, and there's a thing in the wall we can check. Or not. Okay, guess that one just doesn't exist. Yeah, sure enough, there it is. I guess you could figure this one out because of the fact that they said 5 mysterious floors and there's 5 floating platforms here. And there was that awkward empty space up there. So if you remember that, I guess you can use that as a means of reasoning this out too. Because I guess your first port of call would have ended up being the Mausoleum of the Giants and you wouldn't have found it there. So you would end up going here next. Chant these words, the name of the one who tells of the giant's sorrows, the name of the one who watched the fall of a race and shed tears, a Buddha. Okay. And now, the wedge is also here, as per usual. But we need to go all the way to the other end for it. So I am going to grail away. Save us a little bit of walking. It doesn't save us a lot because this grail point's in an awkward spot, but it's fine. As long as I actually use the floating platform, this won't take as long as it could. It's just gotta, you know, wait for the floating platform to come back. But as you might have guessed, we are getting a mantra for every guardian, and you'll notice, aside from birth and death, you know, because you ignore those, they're not the ones relating to this puzzle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we just need to go get one more. And you can very easily guess where that one more is. If you can't figure it out, I'll be very disappointed in you. Because even if you don't understand anything, you can use process of elimination to figure this one out. Where haven't we gone yet? Aside from the Shrine of the Mother. Don't account for the Shrine of the Mother. Ignore that one. I'll help you with that one in case anybody's still struggling. Yes, this should be the right one. Abudo. Ta-da! That's right, we're going to the Gate of Guidance for this last one. Because the hint is the last mantra is the sign of courage. The sign of courage being starting your journey, the start of this whole adventure, being willing to enter the ruins of La-mulana. And I believe there's also a icon somewhere in there that's a symbol of courage as well. There's multiple interpretations that can lead to this answer. We're also, you know, in the Room of Courage. So there's your other way to know the answer is correct on that one. Chant these words, the name of the one who started everything, and grant them eternal slumber, as the last child, with La-mulana. And now we just need to close the loop, hit the last wedge, and this puzzle will be complete. Sadly, that means going here. But it's not too awful to get to the right spot here. It's the room we need to get to is D1. And that is 1 to the right and 2 up from our current location. That said, there's gonna be one complication, and that is the layout of this goddamn nuisance of a place that I immediately forgot was gonna be an issue. This is, of course, assuming I've got my head count right. Which I think I've got. I think I've got it. We'll know in a second. La-mulana. Ta-da! That's all the wedges. And that is, I believe, the entire use of the jet pillar. I think the jet pillar is now done. It doesn't have anything else to do. Actually, no, there's one more thing it needs to do. One, actually, very important thing it needs to do. But, there's one more thing. Notice our Keyblade has changed. It's glowing now. The Keyblade has been unlocked. It will now do its full damage, which is reasonably significant. I believe it is the same strength as the Flail Whip? Question mark? Something like that. Let me get you actual numbers on that. Has the longest range of any weapon, albeit narrow. Yeah, when it glows red, it deals 8 damage. Making it the strongest weapon alongside the Flail Whip. And it is required, so... you know, that's a thing. That said, since we don't have the boost for the whip, we can make use of the boosted version of Keyblade and have a weapon that deals 10. So, we got that going for us now. Makes a funky noise, which is mostly fine, but, you know. Okay, we are in position to finish the game now, I believe. I don't think there's anything I'm missing that is vital to finishing this. We are officially in go mode for finishing this whole thing off. Final push. It's been a hell of a ride. I got enough room to fit in some more bullets, and I got the money for it, so let's grab another clip of rounds. There we go. I may or may not be saying clip purposely to annoy the handful of people that would get upset about that statement. Because those people need to lighten up. Anyway. So. I need to choose the correct entrance to the Shrine of the Mother, because only one of them works anymore. Thanks to the way this place has changed. And we, of course, have a whole slew of things we're still going to need to do. We aren't done yet. We're just in striking range now. having missed a couple health extensions might make our life interesting here, but we should be okay, question mark? And I think it's the Endless Corridor door that I need to use. Not the one I showed you guys the changes from, the other one. I don't think it's time for you yet, right? Yeah. Come see you when the time comes. Those who know understand that I was trying to shortcut something, but I can't. Yeah. The one down there at the bottom is the other Shrine of the Mother one. And I think that's the one we need. It does mean going all the way back to the bottom of the Endless Corridor, but at this point that's not that bad. Considering we've solved all of the puzzles and everything already. It just is kind of a nuisance. And I will say, I'm happy with myself for having stuck through this. I do still wish I had been more stubborn about actually solving some of these things a little more on my own. But for the sake of my sanity and everyone's time, I think this was the better way to handle this still. Why am I going this way? There's a shortcut. We have proven that shortcut exists, and we've used it before. And now the worst part about getting back through here. Sawblade hell. You might think the place where the mini-bosses were would be the worst, but no, they're gone, so that's nowhere near as much of a problem anymore, all things considered. Wait. Oh right, this loops around, doesn't it? Because weird nonsense. Yeah, this is one of those places where having the map actually kind of is a hindrance sometimes, because you look at it and go, oh, I need to go the other way, but I can't. Confusion. Because the answer is, no, you don't have to go the other way, you just need to keep going. Ta-da! Because I don't think I ever showed that effect on the map. Our lamp isn't full, so hang on, let's fill up the lamp of time while we're here. We might need that. You never know. God damn it. Bad friends, why must you spook me? I know you spooky. Don't spook me, please. Here we are. True form revealed. True Shrine of the Mother, complete with weird roots, laser beams, and unpleasant things abound. You'll notice that the layout of this place has changed drastically because of the roots. Take note of the fact that this plaque here is broken. Those were the wedges that we destroyed. And you'll also notice that some of the chests have been rendered inaccessible, thanks to the whole situation here. I thought I was supposed to go this way. Well, we're at an impasse. So close that page, close that page, close that page. Only got 2 pages left that I had marked off for this situation. Thankfully, we still have the map. And you'll notice the Grail Point is still marked on the map in the same spot, I believe. But we don't have access to it because we haven't read this version of it. I feel like I've taken a wrong turn in here somewhere, though, so give me a second. Okay. I need to find a ladder somewhere. Oh, right. The one I was poking. Yeah, there we go. Which I should have just checked that, because I knew about those, but I didn't notice it. Because this place is both straightforward and slightly complicated to navigate. If that makes sense. Nope. And I don't just mean complicated in the fact that it's dangerous as all hell, because it is definitely a dangerous place to be. Just slightly awkward to get around because of the roots everywhere. That looks important up there. Ow. They're really giving me a hard time around here. Also, you'll notice by that route down there, that's why we couldn't have entered through that side. Oh, crap. We might have a slight problem here, because I'm gonna have to deal with you. I mean, I could cheat. Yeah. I'm quickly going to make a change to my layout here. I don't need that right now. Turn that on. Buy myself a little bit of leniency in terms of health. I think I want the axe for this. Out of an interest of being able to reach him. Actually, I can just fire flares at him to a degree. Probably. Now, the flares are too slow. That's not working. There we go. This is why I made sure to refill the Lamp of Time. So I did forget about his second form, and we're dead. So I think I might want to save the lamp for the second form. And, you know, get there with more than 50 of my health left. Would probably be a good idea, too. He's not a tough fight, I just did a terrible job dealing with him. Also, for those wondering, yes, I am saving my bullets for the final fight. I am going to play that final fight straight the first couple times and not use the gun at all. But if it comes down to it, I am going to vigorously apply gun to my problems. As we have been doing with some of the boss fights along the way here. I'm mostly gonna not immediately do it, out of respect for the fact that this is gonna be the final boss fight. But it is a tool prepared for the simple idea of having respect for your time and mine. If the fight becomes a problem, the gun will solve the problem. Because it will make the fight significantly quicker. And that is partially because I know the fight is difficult, and partially because of something else I know that I'm going to keep under my hat until we deal with that. That was a lot of health I could have held on to and wasted. Oh, too bad. God damn it. Everything is fine. So now, back in this hellscape. On the bright side, now that we know the way we need to go, we can save on a lot of health by not dealing with some of the problems repeatedly that we dealt with last time. You know, except for the fact that we still have that problem where I fall off ledges like an idiot. But, you know. That's fine, didn't do much damage, just get me out of here. And I could try to heal by farming some experience off these guys. But I feel like the rate we're gonna get that at's not gonna be good enough to warrant it. At least not in our current state of being. If things get much worse health-wise before we get there, I might consider it. But considering we're getting there with so far double the health we had last time. I'm not too scared. Even though I probably should be. Okay, now we're closer to the health we were at last time, which is inconvenient. The fact that sometimes he doesn't get hit, but I do, on those trades, kinda sucks. Okay, first form down. Fuck you. And now we fully healed. Suck it, Beelzebub. You've been swatted like the fly you are. Behold the Shrine of the Mother. This is where the Mother sleeps. We now have the real Grail point for this area. And you'll notice, as soon as I spot it, that our Holy Grail is glowing more. It's because we've touched every Grail point in the game. That is significant. If you somehow haven't touched a Grail point somewhere along the way through the game, it's a problem. That is one of the conditions for triggering the final battle. But now we've got a Grail point, so things have gotten a lot better. I just gotta find the last thing we need. Last spot we need to go to. As you can see, the Mother has quite a bit of protection. There's the ferry point. Weapon fairy, huh? Well, that's every fairy point in the game as well. I've now touched all of those, apparently, according to Steam. So that's a thing. Not where I thought we were getting to, but it's okay. Everything's fine. Okay. And let this game also be a lesson in the fact that, as much as I may have appeared decent at games of this style before, remember, the main way I usually have gotten through a lot of them is through having a lot of healing on hand. Thus allowing me the appearance of being competent, while without necessarily needing to be as competent as I may have come across. I need to come at this from a different angle. There we go. Move that route out of the way. Can't move that, but you'll note that there's a fairy-looking symbol on it. That, as you might imagine, is significant. And you'll also remember, someone said to come see them when the time is right, when we need help. Mm-hmm. Now we need to get there again. But she will be waiting for us there, to take care of our problems. Or, at the very least, take care of that problem. The rest is up to us. And there's certainly plenty of the rest to worry about. I don't think I'm overhyping this fight. I know I overhyped a couple of these fights along the way through this game, but trust me, the mother's no joke. It is certainly quite the fight. And I am not looking forward to it. Aside from in the context of finishing this off. Because I knew this was going to be a long journey, but this has gone on longer than I meant it to. Because I had honestly expected myself to be able to stick to it per day longer and get this done sooner. Which is part of why you'll notice I had started to kind of like rush through a little bit. And give myself more information. Because as we all know, long projects and I are kind of a mixed bag. A lot of the time I'm not the happiest. There's all the fairies and their queen removing the barrier for us so we can proceed. Apparently, they've allowed us to proceed to what almost looked like a dead end until we crossed over into here. But I've forgotten something, apparently, is there should be an Ankh here. There isn't. So I missed something. And I believe what I missed is close at hand, actually. I think it's actually right above us. But I don't think I can get there from here. I think I genuinely might have to go back to the endless corridor. Son of a whore. That is genuinely upsetting. Now, I will give this one tidbit of information about this fight ahead of time as well. Even if I don't have trouble winning the fight, I may have to redo the fight. I'll just say that. I won't explain why. We'll get to that when we get to that. Just understand I may have to do this fight more than once. No matter how well the fight goes. It's also related to why I wanted to get the scriptures. And that's all I'm going to give you to figure out why I'm worried. About more than just the fight. And no, it isn't an ending-based thing. before anybody goes off on ideas of like, oh, there must be a better ending if he does it with all the items or something. No. I mean, I think there are some variations because of that, but that is not my concern. Not that I would expect anyone who's a regular here to think I would be going out of my way to get a specific ending without saying something about that ahead of time. I've not been known to be a completionist or anything. I would like to believe that people would understand that idea by now. I'm not here to do the bare minimum, but I'm here to do what makes sense and what hits me along the way. I'm not gonna go out of my way for extra. Ow. Because we saw something when we were over here that worried me a little. I think I need to get to that pedestal down there. Because you notice these spikes are broken. Yep, that sounded important. Okay, so let's go heal again, since we took some damage on our way through here. And then I think it's game time. I think we will be in position to finally do this. Doing the mantras and everything took me less time than I thought it would, but I also spent time making sure everything was noted out and understood ahead of time. And had I done it live today, it probably would have added another hour, maybe? So, I'm glad I did it ahead of time. Because instead of being just on the cusp of 2.5 hours with an expectation that I'm going to be taking a while to do the mother fight and the follow-up. This works out, considering. I really should have grabbed a fairy for at the very least getting through here so I'd be at full health to fight the mother, but it's okay. We'll make do. I don't need Mariah anymore. Let's turn move back on so we get that extra free hit. We've basically swapped from travel mode to combat mode at this point. All 4 seals. Do I have to chant these in a particular order? No, it looks like just call all of the mantras. I think we did that already, but I'm gonna... Actually, yeah, because you can't queue up multiple ones. As you can see, you can only do one at a time, so that must already be fulfilled. Yep, we're good. Alright. Buckle up, kids. It's time to fight the mother. You'll notice the Keyblade was the Ankh Jewel, which is why it glows red. Okay. I have to do? Reflector shots or something? Yeah, the shield catches it, but doesn't reflect it. Oh, it's just pummel it. Okay. Pouring the medicine and the Holy Grail. Behold, her spirit is brought to form. We have something to actually fight. If I'd screwed this up, I would have been sent back to the surface. So, at least that means I got the right layout. Because there's 3 different medicines you can get. 2 of them are wrong, 1 of them's right. Thankfully, I got the right one. Better or worse. How do I hit you? I assume it's when you sweep at me. Yep, that dealt damage. Doing it without getting hit, however, is another matter entirely. So I can't keep trading hits with her. We will lose if I just keep trading blows. It seems like there is a position where I'm far enough to the side where she won't reach. There we go. That forms down. Mother and child. Can't seem to hit that. There we go. That'll work. Oh god, the child knows how to use lasers. Who gave this child lasers? Wow, that's... Wow. Okay. That's a lot. So yeah, that's part of why I was afraid of that fight, because, yikes. That's a lot. Now, I could just go to the Chamber of Extinction Fairy Point as well. In fact, yeah, I probably should just do that. That'll be easier. We'll get to hold on to more of the Healing Fairy's time. So we don't need Montreux anymore. No, I do still need Mirai active, though. Apps are for suckers, at this point. And I'm sure you've already noticed the damage output that the mother has. Wait, really? Are you goddamn kidding me, game? Why a luck fairy now? I feel like they're making a joke at my expense here by giving me the luck fairy at this point. That said, I'm going to make use of it since it's here. Because I had an idea. It's a very simple idea. Specifically, if I was having trouble landing direct hits on the mother, or in her ghost form, perhaps I should get some shuriken to have a means of hitting her without needing to get in attack range. They're not going to do as much damage, but it should preserve my health in that form. And I can certainly load up on them with the amount of money I'm getting right now. The other option is I can also grab an additional set of bullets. To more or less ensure that we will be able to just gun down the monster. I do find it very funny that we happened to end up with a luck fairy, and I didn't catch it until after it was already far enough gone that I couldn't have left the screen. This does leave us with a problem, though. But it's a very easily solved problem, and I'll explain why I say that in a moment. And it will also explain how I was doing my grinding a little bit more clearly, for those that may have been wondering. Once this wears off. Yep, there she goes. Yeah, because right now we're at 3 full ones, one that's 1 bullet away. We can only carry 4 from what I remember, so I'm basically going to fire off the 1 extra and then pick up 1 if I can't fit 1 in. So yeah, that's done with. We're about to be struck, so we're just going to leave. Yep, bullets are currently sold out. Bullets are no longer sold out. Thank you. Thank you. There we go. I've maxed out on Shuriken, which is 150 for those keeping score. We're going to top up our health. I'm going to save, and then we will reset the game right quick. Because if you reset the game and just reload, fairy points immediately recharge. That's a way to skip the recharge time. It also resets all of the coin pots and such in the game that you have broken open. If you reload the game, they all refill. So if you desperately need early game money, that's a way to get money before you can get fairies. Just gonna quickly go back to title. And now, when I continue, and we go on back over to the Chamber of Extinction. And I hopefully pay attention this time. And get a healing fairy. We'll go fight the mother again. Nope, 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 nope. Gah. This is the problem with grabbing a fairy from this spot, is it's inconvenient to get away if you get the wrong fairy. Because as you can see there, the ladder certainly ain't gonna be the way to get away before it finishes going. And it's an awkward spot to see which fairy you're getting at a glance. There we go. The game just had to get the trolling out of its system and taunt me a little bit first. So we're gonna quickly warp back here for a quick save, and then we're gonna hop over here, though it's just gonna quick save again, so I don't know why I bothered with that. I just wanted to save with the fairy already grabbed. This will also allow us to get through here quicker because I don't have to worry as much about getting hit. So let me tell you, starting that fight with full health is going to be a game changer, as you might imagine. No fucking around. Let's just get straight to it so we have as much of this fairy's time as possible. Of course. No sooner did we get here did the fairy leave me. Can't trust the Fae. We all knew this already. Thankfully, this phase is actually very fast to get through now that I knew where the hitbox was. And the ghost form's honestly not going to be that bad either, I don't think. Because it doesn't seem like her big wave reaches over here. So basically, as long as I don't stand directly underneath her, I think we're good. Actually, if I sit in the corner, I might be able to just stab her, actually. And her tail doesn't count. Now, you stay on one side, I stay on the other, lady. Not quite. I will need to do a short hop to try to hit her in that position, and it might not work out, but I'll try it. If I can get her to swing in again. There she goes. No, not quite. So I think the shuriken will be a little bit more consistent in terms of damaging her without me getting hit. And you can always tell when she's going for it when she raises her arms. Because one arm is the beam, and the two arms is her diving. So this one's pretty straightforward, too. Yeah, see, there's the death laser. And you might be thinking, wow, this is a pretty easy final boss. Oh, don't worry. She's already shown her teeth a little bit with the next form. But don't worry. If you think that form is the end of it, I got a bridge to sell you. Actually, I wonder, can the axe reach? Ow. Wow, wow, wow. Owie. Ow, wow, wee, wow, wow. Wow, wow, wee, wow, wow, wow. Sure can. Okay, that'll be a lot quicker. When I can hit. There we go, that form's gone. Don't like that. Oh, we're underwater. Bad touch. Bad touch. Okay, that form's done too. Back at the gate. She's back in ghost mode. The music's changed. Is this the last one? She's gotten smaller, so maybe she's weakened? I will celebrate your death with fireworks. Yay! Oh, that doesn't look good. That looks like something I want to shield for. Ah, it's an attack pattern. Okay, that makes sense. Sakit, okay. Oi, you were supposed to change patterns there, lady. Oh, it's because you have both. Okay. she's got Ermac. You can see why I was scared of this fight, though. This is a lot. It's not actually that bad, though. This is... I expected worse. Okay, we pushed her to Bahamut. I assume we're gonna have to push her through every boss, probably. I'm gonna switch weapons again, because when I'm behind her like that, I should be able to hit her with the axe. Who knew all those flares I bought would come in handy so much, eh? Ah, I missed. Speeding up, so I'm assuming she's getting... Yep, she's gotten more injured. She's got V's attacks now. I'm gonna have to watch out for. Well, that was concerning. I did not need a haircut there, madam. Blanke. Oh, that's what you got from him? Yikes. Don't like that. You're running out of moves, though. I think you just got Tiamat left, right? Running out of flares, though. Oh, wait, no. Baphomet, yeah. I did forget Baphomet. Baphomet's move can be... Oh. Okay. That's not that bad. Oh, that's bad. That was okay up until the combination. We got pretty far on that attempt, though. I'm pretty sure I could do the mother and child section a lot more effectively this time. Using the axe to break through her health quicker. We took a lot of damage doing it that way, but I feel like doing it the slow way with the flares is going to end up with us getting hurt more. Because of the fact that she's going to be able to keep consistently getting hits on us the whole time either way. So getting through her health bar faster will be better. And apparently fairies aren't saved. I forgot. That's why the fairy points are also resettable that way, I suppose. So we gotta quickly go get another fairy. Though, honestly, we didn't get to hang on to that fairy for the fight much, so I don't know if it's necessary. But getting into the fight with full health will be helpful. And I think the baseline idea here is gonna be, I'm gonna do the fight straight 1 or 2 more times, and then the gun's gonna come out. So, like, as you can tell by the amount of forms she has and how much damage she outputs, the gun is honestly not an unfair answer in that situation. but those phases also aren't so bad. So it's entirely reasonable to do it without using the gun at all. The gun is, I think, the only purely optional sub-weapon in the game. Everything else, I think, has a purpose at some point in the game where you kind of need it. But I guess maybe like the rolling shuriken you probably could get away with not having as well. The earth spears, I know for a fact there's a puzzle that requires them. The shuriken, of course, you need for a couple puzzles. The chakram you need for, at the very least, that one Chamber of Birth puzzle. And there goes the fairy again. Yeah, I don't think we can actually get her to be involved in this fight with the distance we have to cover. There we go. She got one hit in. And it wasn't even a heavy hit, so it's fine. Ghost lady. I don't know if she has much in the way of iframes. Because I know some bosses do, some bosses don't, and etc. from there. I don't know if she's one of the ones that has them or doesn't have them. But actually, is looking like I might actually be safe against that wall, even though her arm would make contact. We'll find out. Okay, no, we're not safe there. That is faster, but it means I take damage. And right now, we kind of need to do this phase. I would say damageless would be the way to go. Then again, you technically want to do every phase damageless, ideally. But let's be realistic. Half of them aren't going to happen. Not without me being far better at this game than I am. I'm screwing these timings up real bad now. I actually threw those over her head. You know, why don't I use the chakram? The chakram, I believe, do more damage. There we go. That worked. Actually, yeah, this is probably a smart play, is combining the flares and the axe. Because as you can see, sometimes you just can't land the axe on her. Oh, the child laser does a lot of damage, actually. Yikes. There we go. Now, if we can just get through this phase relatively clean... You know, plus or minus, it's spawning with the tentacles on my head already. So far, we're still up from where we were last time, I think. Not by a lot. And I don't think we are anymore. But we were. Contact damage from her is brutal. Oh, we can get free axe hits while she's hanging out doing her fire move, so that's actually really good for us. Ditto during this. She's actually got a lot of easy opportunities to hit her, now that I'm looking at it a little closer. Because most of her attacks hit specific spots in this form. Like, I thought the Ermac one tracked. It doesn't actually. She just hits 3 specific spots, which gives the appearance of tracking, depending on the timing. There we go. We're pushing her through her phases much quicker now. Flanke, he's moveset now. Which, that one is actually fairly safe, too. Baphomet's move. Ow. The fact that these keep coming up while she's doing other things is the major issue here, and she just recasts immediately. Tiamat. Okay, it's just that? That's not that bad either. That could be significantly worse. Like, the biggest problem now is the fact that she's playing keep away so hard. Got her! And not a shot from the gun so far. But is it over? It's over. Ba-da-na-na-na-na-na-na. Obtained the secret treasure of life. There's a catch, though. Remember how they said all would be destroyed when the mother was defeated? We gotta get the hell out of here. Don't have a ton of time to do it. You might be wondering, well, why don't you just grail out to the surface? Yeah, good joke about that, actually. Grail's broken. So yeah, you know, you can't exactly use a broken Holy Grail to teleport anywhere. Really hoping I remember the route. Because if I don't, we're dead. And if we die, we have to fight the mother again. Gee, I wonder where this rope came from. Crazy. And that's why I needed protection from bats, by the way, was to avoid issues on that on climbs like that right there, where I was forced to deal with bats. So I didn't have to take the time to get rid of them. Thankfully, conveniently as this place falls apart, we can actually take advantage of some of these for shortcuts. Gotta go right now, gotta go right now, gotta go. Gotta go right now. You're right, it's that way. Oh, actually, I think I wanted to use the warp. Oh, fuck me. It's fine. Actually, no, that would have taken me to Spring in the Sky. That's not actually gonna help. Oh yeah, the map is not active right now because I turned the map off. Actually, no, I need that one on. That one doesn't need to be on. The Temple of the Sun was connected to here, right? It's just the... No, over there's Twin Labyrinth. You might be wondering why I'm like, I need to run to the Temple of the Sun. There's a reason, it'll make sense, don't worry about it. Because remember, the other part of what we were told. Specifically, we were told, go Ooh, to the path of the one blessed when all is destroyed. So who around here is what you figured to be the most blessed? The answer to that should be very obvious if you've been paying attention. Though we haven't gone to see them very often. That's my own fault. Just need to get over there. As you can see, this timer's not super brutal, but it's not great. And I'm genuinely still worried that we might not make it. But I think we're okay. Oh, we're not. I would love to say that I set that up, but no. I genuinely forgot that that happens. Up, please. Uppies. I think we can get there this way. Yes. No, we can't. Shit. Wrong way. There we go. When in doubt, use traps to your advantage. Going the wrong way. Clear the cat. Get the hell out of here. Down the hole. Hey, Milbrook, what do we do with this situation? Yes, this way. Good. So, for some reason, there's a shortcut out of the ruins behind Mulbrook's room. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. That's it. We did it. I really thought I was gonna have to redo that escape at least once. I thought I was gonna fuck up the pathing. But I forgot that they give you a lot of hinting as to the correct direction. There's Zelpud. Some of the villagers also join us on our flight away from the ruins of La-mulana as it collapses. The mother defeated. They have no reason to be there anymore, really. And I doubt their village fared too well when the whole place collapsed. Whew. So I guess I could have gotten away with actually showing you guys getting the scripture and doing all of the book work on the mantras. It's fine. There's one of the philosophers. What the hell are you doing here? I thought I killed you. Oh, it's fine. But yeah, as usual, I like this game, but as I said in the moment and multiple times, some of the puzzles are a little more than they need to be, and I feel like the stage design could be a little nicer in terms of quality of life pathing. But like I said, I love this game. I genuinely love this game, even if I don't necessarily like playing it that much. This is almost exactly what I would love to see more out of the Metroidvania genre. Just the amount of exploration, the amount of items you get that actually do have an impact on the game. Like, there's very few low-impact items in this game. It's also worth noting that if you want to experience the entire plot of the game, there is a lower graphic version that was around before this version even came to be. That's free. You can play this game in its entirety for free. Some of the puzzles are slightly changed between that version and this HD version, but it's more or less the same game. And as you saw with those credits, this wasn't a very big team either. So for the amount of content in here and the quality of everything, is honestly, in terms of a lack of bugs and the fact that everything has a purpose, everything fits together fairly nicely, they did a phenomenal job. Like, this is the kind of game I want to see more of. I want to see more games like this come out. And the sequel also fit together, and we got robbed. The endless rivalry between Lameza and Sharn continues. Well, Zelpud got left behind. He's fine. Old man can't keep up. I say Sharn because I think in the original version it was spelled something like that, and then became like Sean or something, I think, in one of the later entries. Either this one or... I don't know if he actually ever gets named in this one or if he's named only in the sequel or something. I don't remember. Point being, Lameza's father is a constant thorn in his side and vice versa. And just under the mark for what it was listed and how long to beat. I think it was listed at 20 hours, and we got it done in 19 and a half. Not counting deaths, though, which probably would put it higher, but there was also a lot of idling and grinding. So I think it balances out. And that is game 26, I think? Let me go look at the list. I have it listed as 25 when I added this, so I would assume it's 26. Let's just do a quick head count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. Yes. So 4 more games need to be done in the next 8 days, I think it is, left in August. Yes. But there is also only 6 streams. No, 5 streams left in the month for me to get 4 games done. Considering we are most likely going to finish Command Mission on Thursday, we only need to worry about 3. Really. So I once again mention that I want y'all to suggest short games for me to play. Don't even have to be good games, they just have to be short. Games you can clear in like a couple hours. Because I would ideally like to be able to do another day like I did for X2 and 3 where I cleared 2 games in one day so I can get this cleared off nice and quick. That would be the ideal anyway. And honestly, I don't want to say this is a load off my mind or my back, but it kind of is. Because simply put, I was very worried about not managing to be able to finish this. Because it was a matter of I never beat this when I tried to do it before. Is something always got in the way, or I just had such trouble getting through some of the fights that I just never managed it. Now, with having this as a reason to make sure I keep at it and I keep doing it, we've managed to get through it together. So, thank you all for being my accountability, I guess, for making sure to get this done, and encouragement when I needed it. But as you can see here, there's a time attack mode for fighting a plethora of guardians. If you want to fight every single guardian in the game, you can. The easy version gives you basically all the tools except the Lamp of Time. A full set of one set of pistol rounds and full everything else. And the Flail Whip, actually. You'll notice that expert mode of these gives you just the Chain Whip, I think. Is that the Chain Whip, or is that the... Yeah, that's the Chain Whip. His expert low level is just regular whip and knife. But yeah, that's La-mulana done. Could I have done it with less guides and less information? Yes. Would it have been significantly harder and take probably, I would argue, almost twice as long? Yes. Am I happy with how I finished it? Mostly. I feel a little guilty for some of the shortcutting I did and some of the, I guess, easy way out, you want to call it, moves I made to get this done. But again, I set myself a time limit, so sometimes you gotta make sure that that time limit gets fulfilled in ways you may not necessarily be happy with. Much like any other job. Deadlines are a thing. As to what else is gonna happen today, nothing. I'm done for the day. That took not a ton, but I didn't have a ton to give today. Because, full disclosure, I was up very late last night. Not as late as the other day, but as some of you probably saw, I was on with some friends toward the end of the night last night, and we went on past that point. For as per usual, really. But for the sake of the VOD and everything, I'm probably going to cut things here in a moment. So I don't end up having like a hour-long segment at the end with just a black screen. I was looking at raid targets, but honestly, I think we're fine. I think we're good not to again. Is like I said, I tired myself out. Which I know to some people probably sounds ridiculous, but that's neither here nor there. Thank you again, everyone, for taking the time to be here if you chose to be here, or for taking the time to watch these VODs. Because remember, all the VODs go onto the YouTube channel the day after the stream ends. And I'm going to go through and make a playlist for this game now, oh that it's done. Provided I remember. I've been bad about that lately, so I can't guarantee it, but that is my intention. And I may spend the extra time I now have left over today on some art upgrades, so look forward to that on Thursday, hopefully. I know I keep promising things like that, and then sometimes they don't happen, but just, we'll see what happens. Have a good one. I'll see you all Thursday for the end of command mission, hopefully, and we'll see what happens Friday and beyond. Good night, everybody. Bye.